We must prevent you.
Bruce B. with We Are Change Colorado, and I'm having the pleasure right now to sit with Mike Love, and we're out at Arise Music Festival, Sunrise Ranch, and it is amazing. Loveland, Colorado, what a name to be holding it at. We're in the land of love. We're at Sunrise Ranch. Sun rose this morning, and a bunch of people had an amazing fire puja, and there was a lot going on throughout the whole weekend. There's workshops, yoga, lots of music, and lots of creative beings spending time together. And it's a camping festival, so there's lots of tents, there's lots of RVs, really great people all around. So I'm with Mike, and Mike's got a new album, Love Will Find Its Way.
Love will find a way, yeah.
Love will find the way. He's from Hawaii, and I just want to give him a chance to kind of explain what inspires the music and the new album.
Well, the new album, the music is inspired by life. It's music for real people about real things, and I think that's really what all music should be. And Love Will Find a Way, the album is about the times that we're living in. The album concept is based on, we're in a really crucial time of change. As you guys know, you're doing a lot of work against these, huge corporate entities and these elite entities that are kind of behind the scenes that you can't even really put a name on sometimes, and sometimes it's like when you're fighting against these huge forces of evil, it seems almost impossible sometimes, and people get really downtrodden and give up hope a lot of times. And it's in my work, music brings hope to a lot of people, and I see the energy growing in movements everywhere I go, and I travel around a lot and connect with a lot of people, and I just see that hope is still alive, and the idea of love will find a way is that in these times where we look around and we see so much suffering, so much death, destruction, disease, so much oppression and slavery in the world, and in our own communities and all over the news, everywhere you look, there's just so much darkness. And it's the idea that even in times where you might be pit against impossible odds, love will find a way. Love will come through and carry us through and give us the strength to do what we need to carry on the impossible fight,
Absolutely, and I just want to point out something really powerful that I like to do is most people in the media, they like to schedule a lot of different things to say because they want to know. When they sit down with Mike Love, they want to know exactly what to say. Me, on the other hand, I like to go with the spontaneous moment. I like to trust in that that's where the divinity, that's where the miracles lie, and just being able to kind of follow my heart and trust in that I know that it'll be perfect. And it's something that, once I've reduced my expectations, then everything explodes from there, and the vibrations have been higher and higher and higher. And if anybody knows me, I've been saying, this was the best time ever. And I've been saying that for like years in a row. And it's just been like by continuing and just being open to the love. There's a lot of things that We Are Change Colorado might cover that seems fearful, that seems dark. But you have to be able to look at the darkness to get to the true light, and I think that's one thing that we're doing. We're focused on getting rid of fluoride in the water in Denver, and we had a huge push. We made some AP headlines. We did some great things. And so now, it's just like, how do we keep the momentum going? And so, bringing it to Arise. Arise is a festival focused on activism. I mean, it's not just focused on activism, but it's more of a conscious festival than many other festivals, and it's one of Colorado's finest. What's kind of one of your most passionate issues that you kind of like to talk about with people?
Well, I have kids, so things like fluoride in the water, and it is really an important issue. There's just so many chemicals, and it's just like with the in Hawaii, one of the biggest issues there is the GMOs, because there's such a huge Monsanto presence there, and they do a lot of their testing out there because we're really isolated out there, so they feel like they can test things, and if some crazy genetically modified crop spreads there, it's going to be contained in the islands, so that's a huge issue that we're always talking about there. And there's a big military presence, and right now there's a big issue with them building a new telescope up on the mountain, and it's cultural land, so there's a big movement there to stop the building of that telescope. And it's like there's a lot of underlying things with all of these issues that you'll see in the like the whole fluoride thing in the mainstream media. There's going to be a big push saying
safe and effective.
Fluoride is good for you, and it's like of course they're not going to tell you the reasons why they're putting fluoride in the water. And it's the basic underlying reason is that it makes us and it also makes people more passive, and a lot of these chemicals that are being pumped into the air we breathe, into the food we eat, into the water we drink, they're designed, the whole idea behind it is to make people more passive, because the system works off of people being being sheep. And the whole thing I always like to tell people is that the reason people tend to think, well, I'm powerless to do something, what can I do, all this stuff is just like way big beyond me and I'm powerless to do something. But really, we are the only ones that have the power, because the whole reason that they do these things to control us is because they need us, because without us they have no power. So if we stop following their program and doing what they are trying to force us into doing, then and we come together as a community and fight against these things like the fluoride in the water, like the GMOs, these things that people think, well, what can we do about it? We'll just go with it, with what they're telling us, and not think for ourselves. And if we come together and first educate each other, that's the key. That's the first step, is to educate and mobilize. And once you get that going, then we can radiate that out. And that's the thing, is like the more people you have educated about it, the more people you connect together, then that radiates out. And I think that's the beautiful thing about music and a festival like this, is if you bring together a bunch of conscious artists that are talking about these things and making music about these things, it's like the music really connects people, and it really sometimes
it arises their vibration, it lifts us up. So your name's Mike Love. I want to get a quick, what is the one sentence to describe what love means to you, or two sentences, but just a short, what is love to you?
Well, love to me is the most high connection that is flowing through every living thing that connects us all, and I say love will find a way, because love, it will find a way to connect us, and that's its basic meaning, is to be connected as one, so
love has found us, the love for music, the love for truth, the love for Colorado, the love for good people. We're here at Arise. Thanks for watching this video. Tune in, more videos coming your way from We Are Change Colorado, WACC TV on YouTube. Find us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. Find yourself and figure out your passion, and then lead the way. And don't be afraid to follow other people too, because we need leaders and we need good followers as well. So thanks a lot for watching this. Thanks a lot for doing the interview once again, Mike. I really appreciate you, and thanks for doing what you do. Thanks a lot.
Look